Hey basketball players, if you're a small forward, this video is for you. And whether or not you're a small forward, it's still a great idea to learn these drills and to do these drills when you're stuck at home. For example, during the coronavirus break that we are currently on. So what we're going to be talking about is small forward drills that you can do in your driveway. And basically, the initial or the history of the small forward is a slashing player and also a player who can defend multiple positions. And we're going to be going over drills that cover those aspects, but also drills that cover shooting as well, because shooting is becoming a more and more popular choice in the NBA and multiple other leagues around the world. So this first drill that we're going to be doing is just a simple one dribble hop step. Now the reason why the hop step or the jump stop is such an important move is because as soon as you get past your player, if you can hop in front of your player, he's stuck behind you, and you've got basically an open shot towards the net, and the only thing that defender's going to be able to do is to jump over your back to block your shot. So we can practice this move in our driveways very easily, especially if you only have 10 to 15 feet worth of room like I do. So you can spin the ball to yourself, you can go one dribble, hop step, up. Now, if you don't have a ton of room on one side, this is a great way to move your net so that you're really only working your weak hand, which I've done here. So to add on to this same drill, you can go and add in a crossover, especially if you have enough room. So I barely have enough room here, but I can still do this move or this drill. And what we're doing here is one of three things. We can do a spin move, we can do a through the legs crossover, or we can go behind our back. So what it's going to look like, we're going to either put a pylon in the middle, or we can imagine a pylon ourselves. We're going to dribble up to it, we're going to do a spin move. Now this driveway isn't level, we're going to do one or two dribbles and go in for a jump stop. So what this is going to look like, we're going to go one or two dribbles, spin, one dribble, bang, and then up. So it's going to look like this in faster speed. Now we can do the same exact drill, except we can go through our legs. So this is a bit bumpy here, so I have to get really low and then attack that left side. And then there's also the behind the back, and this is what this behind the back is going to look like. So now we're not just working on a simple one single move, which is the jump stop. We're also working on our handles as well, which is very important, especially if you're dribbling in and around different players, or if you just want to do a quick one dribble move. You seriously only need to do two dribbles if you want to beat a player from the perimeter. And that is very simply get that ball, drive one dribble in that right direction, do a spin move across, whatever we just did there, and then have one more dribble and attack the rim. This is a decisive move that every single player can use, whether you're a center or a guard. And this is a great drill to practice your handles, but also your finishing ability on your strong and weak side. Now this second drill that I'm going to give you is another ball handling drill. Again, because you're going to be a small forward, or if you're training to be a small forward, this is something that you generally are going to do quite a bit in the future. So what we're going to be working on is partner crossovers. And what I mean by partner crossovers is you're going to be standing in one spot, knees slightly bent, crossing over that ball. Try to get as wide as you can. Now, what your partner is going to be doing, it could be your parent, it could be your sibling, it could be your best friend if you're allowed to see your best friend because coronavirus right now. But what your partner can do is call out what kind of cross. So whether you're going to go behind your back or through your legs, that's what he's going to be calling out. So standard, feet shoulder width apart, crossing over that ball. If he says through the legs, you go through the legs and then back. Now this isn't a level driveway, through the legs and then back. Now, if you want to get an even better workout, you want to go cross, bang, or you can go cross, through the legs. You can go, this driveway is horrible, but crossovers, bang through the legs, back to regular crossovers. If he says behind the back, behind the back. And it's a simple drill that you can do. Now, in the third drill that I'm going to be talking to you about is heavy basketball training. This is very important. I love training with the heavy basketball. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I bought this thing out of my own money, but you can purchase one as well in the link in the description below. I make a commission off that, so if you want to support me and the channel, go ahead and grab one. But the reason why I actually do like these things, and I use them with every single player that I train, well, when I can train, coronavirus is really killing a lot of people right now, but basically, what we're doing is just simple dribbling and shooting. You can do simple stuff, get low, back, shoulders back, dribble, cross, same thing. And it doesn't really matter if you have an unlevel driveway like myself, because of the heaviness, it generally goes where you really want it to go. And you can do that same drill that I just showed you in the last drill number 2, I think it was. Yeah, you can do that as well with the heavy basketball. But another thing that you can actually do as well is shooting, and of course shooting bugs away. But simple shooting, and because it's just double the weight of a regular basketball, it's not going to hurt your outdoor basketball net. That's why I really like it versus a medicine ball. I used to really be very into training with medicine balls, ones that bounce, and I've got tons of those videos on this channel. But when you can't really do it on a net like this, what you can use those on is real nets that you get at the YMCA, that kind of a thing. But when you're outside with a driveway net, you can use a heavy basketball, double the weight of a regular one. It's going to really help your shot, really help your dribbling. And then if you have a partner, you can do distance passing. So you can really work on all three: your passing ability, your shooting, and your dribbling. It's going to really work out your arms. And seriously, every other day, go outside, do different dribbling drills with this thing for like 20 minutes. Your arms are going to be massively stronger when it comes to basketball. So this fourth drill and exercise that I'm going to give you is really for vertical jump training. And what I mean by that is the ability for you to jump higher, dunk. Small forward is the position where you're going to be looking to get a lot of rebounds, aka Kawhi Leonard. And then it's also the position where when you get a little bit older and you're in that 6'5", 6'9" range, then you're going to be able to want to jump higher so you can dunk on players, you can attack the rim and really smash it down. And one of the things that you can really do is you can do this with a heavy basketball or medicine ball, or you can do it with both. And there's different ways of training. Let me show you. So number one, if you have a medicine ball. Now for this drill, you can have one that bounces like this one, or you can have one of those ones that are filled with sand. And what we're going to be doing is just having our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to be up on our toes. We're going to be going down into a squat, jump up. When you land, smash that ball down. And you're going to be doing this over and over again. Now, this basketball or this medicine ball is getting quite old, but it's still working. As you can see, it's got cracks in it everywhere, but it's still working really well. And of course, you can get a link to one of these guys in the description below as well. Now, let's say you don't have a medicine ball, so you can't go for squat jumps and medicine ball slams in one exercise. This is actually a fantastic exercise, but let's say you just have a regular basketball or one of these heavy basketballs. This actually seems quite light versus that now. But what you can do is the same thing. You don't necessarily have to have something heavy to throw at the ground, but it does help you gain strength a lot faster. So the heavier that medicine ball or heavy basketball, the faster your strength is going to be gained. Especially if you're younger, medicine ball is probably the better choice. Now, if you want to play in the post occasionally, this next drill is for you as well. Same idea, squat jump with the ball, except you're going to do a pivot down, slam the ball, and go up for that shot. So it's going to look like this. And again, both of these are in the description below if you want to support this channel. Now this is another exercise that you can do with a medicine ball and with a heavy basketball. Now what you can do here is what's called layup jumps. You can go for a long distance. My driveway is a good example of that, but we're not going to do that today. You may not have that kind of a distance. So what I'm going to show you today is layup jumps within a 5-6 foot area. So what we're going to do is with a medicine ball that bounces or with a heavy basketball, you're going to go dribble, 1, 2, and up. You're gonna come back, left hand dribble, dribble, and then you're gonna go 1, 2, and up. Now, I'm not jumping off my right leg because if you don't already know, I've had multiple surgeries on that leg. Try not to push it too hard. I'm still trying to recover from that. But again, very simple. 1 dribble, 1, 2, and up. Back, left hand. Ooh, that's the driveway. 1 dribble, 1, 2, and up. Very simple drill. You can do this again with the heavy basketball. You can even do this with a regular basketball and try to get as high as you can. Now, in our 5th and final drill and exercise today in our driveway, what we're going to be working on is the ability to do a fake or a jab step and a jab step with a dribble and a step back and a shot. Again, now we're practicing more of the perimeter game. So if you've got the distance, you can go out to the 3-point line. If you're like me and just have 15 feet, which is a free throw line, you can still do this and it's still going to be working on your shot. At this point, with this kind of a distance, you would be looking to really work on your form. So what we're going to do here is spin the ball to ourselves, and you can do this without a net as well. So you're going to spin the ball to yourself. Now what you're going to do is a jab step and a shot. Now if you've got a rim, you can use the rim. Now, as a extension onto the same drill, what we're going to do is spin that ball, jab step, dribble through our legs, step back, and shot. You can also do a spin to yourself, dribble through the legs, back, jump stop, or step back, and shot. So it's going to look like this. So I hope that these 5 drills will help you become a better small forward while you're stuck in your driveway and at home. If they have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.